Okay, so I love Ayurvedic hair care because it helps with hair growth. But if you're a natural hair girly, sometimes it doesn't smell so good. It smells so earthly and you might not want to carry that around. So yeah, I'm going to be sharing 9 easy ways to make your hair oil or hair tea smell better. So the first on my list is using whole herbs over powdered herbs. I realized that whole herbs, have that fresher and lighter smell compared to the powdered herbs. And just for more clarity, when I say whole and powdered, I mean getting the fuller version. So let's say fenugreek, you could get the fenugreek seeds instead of getting the blended dried version of the fenugreek. Or let's say hibiscus, yeah, you could get the dried hibiscus. I think the smell is not so pungent than the blended version of it. So if the smell of these herbs are the issue, I think you could go for the whole herbs. It's going to still give you the same result. So the second on my list is using double boiler method over direct heat. So direct heat, both versions of making, this is really applied to your hair oils, of making hair oils are actually good. I use direct heat when I want to do something quick in 15 minutes and just use it for that day or during the week. But for the course of this video, we're more concerned about how it smells, and then that's where I'll say you should opt for the double boiler method, because that way your both the smell is reduced and your nutrients are in check as well, so nothing is missing on both ends. But for the smell, it's best to go for the double boiler method. For number 3, we have infusing naturally fragrant herbs like hibiscus, chamomile, lavender, dandelion, what am I missing, rose petals, you know all those kinds of herbs. You balance it with the earthly smelling herbs like neem, bringraj, something like that, so that everything is not so pungent. There's like a balance. Before we move forward, I'm going to ask, do you have a favorite herb that no matter what you want to do, whether it's teas, whether it's oils, even if it's, I don't even know, Max, you just find a way to always throw it in there. What's your favorite herb? So I'm gonna start with mine. I think I really like rosemary, and I like amla fenugreek. What about you? Moving on to the next point, less is more, especially when it comes to not wanting a pungent smell. Less is actually more, and less can also be effective than more, especially when you know what you're doing. So it's best to go with 3 to 5 herbs that actually work together than throwing in 15, 20, 25 herbs just because you saw someone do it and you don't even know what you're doing, and then you're just moving around with, like saying hair oil, just move around with product that just smell really really pungent. When it comes to the smell, don't get me wrong, if you want to use 15 herbs, just know how to balance it from the previous points we shared, and know what they actually do, or what they are actually even doing in that jar or in that pot. So yes, less is actually more. And one thing about using a lesser number of herbs over plenty is that the smell is easy to manage and you know what is actually working for your hair. And the next on our list is using essential oils. I know you might already be using this, but hold on. I think it's best to go for essential oils that kills 2 birds with one stone. So go for essential oils that not only smell nice, but also help with your hair health. So oils like maybe rosemary, lavender, what am I missing? What am I missing? Peppermint, don't just go to the supermarket, go to the essential oil section and just pick things that smells like perfume. I mean, you could actually do a research. Does this match or does this work for hair? Can I include this to my hair oil and something like that? And yes, when you do that, we can be so fast in, pouring in a lot of drops. Sometimes we say put 5 drops and then we don't end up putting 5. But I think you should do a patch test. So when you put like 3 drops, pick up your oil, can do it on your skin or do it on your hairline to realize that, oh, it's not hot, it's not hurting you, and all of that. So yeah, essential oils that kills 2 birds with one stone. Now onto the next point is using low heat, infusing with low heat. This doesn't apply to hair teas, but let's say your hair oils, whether you're using the direct heat or you're using the double boiler, your heat should just be on the least or the lowest heat that your gas or whatever heat you're using, it should be gas, yeah, is on, so that this, it doesn't smell so pungent. It's not burning the herbs if it's direct heat. It's not making the steam to boil inside your oil and all of that. On to the next on our list. The longer you infuse, the stronger the smell. So if you don't want that pungent smell, you need to reduce your infusing time. So whether you infuse for a month or two, I don't believe people infuse for 2 months, do you? So I feel 2 weeks is still enough. You will still get the benefits without getting that overpowering scent or that pungent smell. So as we said, the shorter the infusion time, yes, the less pungent the smell. So I think this should be the last. And if I miss or remember something else, I'll add them to the description. The last point is storing them right. You have to store them in, airtight jars, and don't store them in a place that is damp, a very cool, dry place, so that it's not smelling stale or anyhow. Just don't add don't add worse smell to Ayurveda. Just allow it express itself for the duration of time you need it to be there. It's optional if you want to, sieve out the herbs or leave them inside the bottles and all of that. I personally like to keep it inside, keep the herbs inside my bottle and just allow it to infuse on the go. But yeah, you can sieve that out if you're concerned about how it will smell when it keeps infusing. I hope these tips help. Which one would you be trying out first? And if you make your own hair oils, share with me in the comment what you do to make yours smell better. Hold on, I didn't even introduce myself. Hi, my name is Esther. You can call me Niger Hair Matters. That's my name on all social media platforms in case you're looking for me. And yeah, I help natural hair girlies achieve their hair goals with practical solutions while sharing my hair journey. So if that's your kind of vibe, please give me a like and hit the subscribe button. Like, share, comment, just say hi in the comment. Let's begin to be friends. So I hope this helped. I hope you enjoyed watching this. Thank you for watching, and I can't wait to see you on my next one.